to just show up consistently within the beautiful work that we get to do.
Okay, guys, I have a really quick sentence. I would say the main thing from my perspective that has changed is the way it's received by the community and houses, specifically, yes. That's the main thing that's changed. Because as someone who at the beginning heard all of this, like, are you going to Sunday school? It's a new function just for the community, blah, blah, blah. I watched people, you know, stop coming, basically. So I would say that's the main thing that's changed from my perspective, and that's why I would love if anybody has anything to say to join this. Thank you.
Just so you have a feeling what 10 minutes is. That's part of this, like how a fishbowl discussion works. I didn't make the rules, I'm here for it.
I love it.
Also, we want to get through the award ceremony and the cash prize categories after that. So, it has been answered a slight bit already. But I want to ask just one more time again, like rather quickly, what are the concrete challenges and tasks to throw a community-based event? What would you say, what is it into this round? And then I will ask some open
Again, I will reaffirm getting the community to also continue to support it and come. I would say is something that's been not a huge challenge, but it has been like something that's like, okay, we need to make sure the scene actually comes. Yeah.
If you don't have any.
I said you're gonna speak now.
I mean, there's a lot of talking, a lot of organizing behind the scenes. Like you see the fab parts, but it's also weeks and days of communicating, organizing ourselves. We have a time schedule. We need to also decide a lot of things, the categories, the date. We need to communicate with the venue. We need to announce it so people know. We also need to remind people so they also remember to come. Also, we need to organize the door. We need to organize go with the light stand. We need to find MCs, judges. There's a lot of communication, a lot of talking, and I think this is, people see the tip of the iceberg, but just to know, like, there's a lot of work going behind the scenes.
Anything specifically?
Yes, I would say for me, like especially like within my tiny little life, like I have really like, I don't know, since I'm like 16, 15, 14, like doing the community like work and projects has been really like interesting trauma response, and so like I just like don't have the option. Like I've just been like, I need to do things. I see problems. I see like that we are in need and have these things, and I've always just needed to do this, whether I don't have my papers, whether I don't have health insurance or access to like healthcare or anything. Like I've always been like there to do the work, and that has been very difficult because like I have my own issues and I'm broke, and like there's all these like things there on top. So that has been difficult to manage because doing work that is not paying, you know, and it's because I am not doing voluntary work because I have the capacity to do it. I'm doing it because our communities are in need. I have been there with my sister who wants to kill herself, and I want to kill myself, and we're like pulling at like, you know, whatever we can to like stay here, which is each other and our love for each other and what, you know, what we dream of. And I've had a sister die because of suicide. And like, you know, so I understand we need this shit. We need this shit. Like our lives depend on this shit. So for me, it's not an option. So that has been just very difficult to manage because like, of course, like we can say, oh yeah, we need funding. We want funding and we need to focus on this. But there's so many things regarding like just keeping the thing afloat and it actually consistently happening. Like I could not. I need this to be a consistent thing throughout the year, so I cannot take a year off to find the funding because I didn't go to school or like university for this to find out. So like, you know, I need to make sure that the work is still being done. And that, like you said, also it was kind of difficult. I feel like in ballroom, like things get so like personal and everything. It's like this is not Mahia's nights. You know what I mean? Like it's not the Mahia monthly or something like this. Like it's really like it's been Sunday school. Like I was doing the PR, I was doing Tigati, and I always made sure that like I'm not trying to make this tigati by Mahia, Sunday school by like I am not doing this to like push some like image of like myself or whatever. I'm doing this for these reasons that I'm talking about. So for me, it's also like even people I don't fucking like, I do it for you too. Like I do it for you too because like girl, it's not that deep. Like it's really not that deep, and it's not about me. Like it's about us, and it's about the next generations, and it's about us like building on each other and like finding community and everything. So yes, it has been difficult. On one hand, like it was difficult to see like like none of my generation is here. Like when we were doing the functions, none of the people that I was walking with or like that were in my generation is here. No one from the older generation. No one's coming, but it was so beautiful to see that the peer kids were always coming. The peer was always there, and they were trying to like other people, and I was like, you know what? These are good vibes. Like these are good vibes to have in this space, and it's working, and there's love in the room, and I like it, and that love and like also lack of shadiness and like attitudes was bringing and attracting a lot of that similar vibe, and people were not just joined together to just like vogue and like build an ego, but because we have shared values and love, and we need a soft space. We need something cute. We need to prioritize fucking cuteness and each other and fucking being together, moving together, but also laughing together, like having some fucking cake and everything. Like it's just what we fucking need in this fucking burning society and world. So, yeah, like I also think I had always thought it's a shame because it's like houses can be coming in and picking up these kids. Like we want the scene to move. Like I wanted this main scene to grow by having this function so that main houses, because it was always like this, like main houses are not picking up anyone. They're not like recruiting people. People are not getting seen. So like this is a great opportunity to like be that bridge, but people did not use that bridge. So like yeah, I just think it's a failed opportunity. I tried to do things also in the main scene, and people I feel like were more focused on just like personal like issues and anything than things that will benefit them. Like I also do a main ball, like the animated ball, and I also wanted to make a point. Like I was honestly like I want to make a first of all I wanted to be the one to make a ball with the first ball in Germany with house tables. I was like, I want to be that bitch. I want to show y'all ballroom, and I want to show the kids, the Berlin Ballroom Pure kids, what house is going to be a house. Like what house is here to represent ballroom and like the culture. Because like I was like, if I am running a main house, if I am in a main house and there's the first ball with house tables, I'm gonna be like, yes, we're gonna fucking get a table, and everyone's gonna see that. And we're gonna look expensive, and everyone's gonna be like standing somewhere. You know what I mean? So, and I knew that it wasn't gonna sell out. But I wanted the kids to be like, see who's here. See who's here, who can gather themselves. And you know what? And at that function, like there were a couple houses that did get tables, but a lot of the ones that didn't, but who did get together was Tigati. The trans girls got together, they got the money together, and they bought a table. And I was like, see that for yourself. I wanted the 007s to see how you can organize yourselves and have a table, and you can give yourselves that before you wait for some house to come and save you. Like that.
With that, I want to open it into the more open question. That means if you want to share your opinion, this seat is free. I want to ask how, because you already answered a lot of part of it, how does this project challenge the ballroom scene, the Berlin ballroom scene, but also what is the challenge from the Berlin ballroom scene that you have as event organizers or with the concept that you are having? So if you want to share your opinion on it, the seat is free, but yeah.
I need to think about it for a second. Can you repeat the question?
How is Sunday school challenging the Berlin ballroom scene? which you tapped into already, but also the other way around. How, what is the next one? Oh yeah, what are the challenges at this point?
For me, Sunday school, I love it because it's like testament that there is life beyond the house system. I believe in free will. Like there is sometimes there's consequences of our actions. Like we don't pay our taxes, there's problems. We don't take care of our ourselves, there's consequences. But it's beautiful to also see and realize that much of what we are doing every day is picking up what kinds of responsibilities we want to have, and what kinds of responsibilities we don't want to leave to someone else to do because we feel we might do a better job. And this is just the place for me to just pick up my responsibilities, because you asked what the challenges were, like within on the intro level, this is just voluntary work. Yeah, we did just get an award. The girls were working for it for 3 years, but up to this day, we didn't receive 1 cent for it. Like we're all doing this voluntarily, and it's just beautiful to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that. Period.
Yes, I really agree with what you said, and also continuing with what Mahe said, because they touched it a bit. I feel like, first of all, also if I'm touching again the challenges that it also gets into this, I think mostly is money. Like with all what we say about the community and how the community responds, but doing something that is for the community, and that the goal till today is also doing it, not being dependent on the money of the community to get in, so like people can just get in and not think about that. That is a lot, because all of these things cost money. We do a lot of work, and Mahe and I also, like, we worked on so many parallel projects, and then just doing this, for me, like 80% of my time goes on unpaid work. And at some point, after like 3 years we're doing this, and it's sometimes you reach the point of like, okay, but like I need to pay rent at the end of the day. And like there is like this balance of understanding of, okay, this is survival work. I understand what it did to me. I understand what I wanted to do because I know we need this, but at the same time, like I need to pay rent. And I think for me this was the main challenge. And how we challenged the theme, I think Sunday school was one of a few projects that started more or less at the same time that kind of brought a real change in the scene. Like, so I've heard, because I started with these projects, but it was really interesting to see that there was like this wave of doing something that is by the community, for the community essence of it. Like owned by the community, not thinking about, I don't know how it was before to that extent, but like the money was not the main focus, but the focus was to give the community this space. And I think Kiki Lounge was that which became Berlin Ballroom Pier, and today is like this huge monster,
Empire.
this empire, but really this empire that like is already a well-oiled machine that works for the community. And I think this came together with Sunday school, and it wasn't like this in that sense before. And I think this is something that also kind of challenged the scene to maybe what are the goals of this thing in general. What are we? What is the next step if we are ballroom? What is the next step? What are the things that are important to us to put in the front? And I think Sunday school was part of that.
Yes. I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but from my experience, yes, so the challenge was to get like more established members of the scene or houses to come more on a regular basis. And that was definitely, I mean, that did come from time to time also. I think the Kiki functions where sometimes there was more people in the Kiki functions. Sometimes when we did Kiki specials, it's just maybe also like a testament of like how the major scene is in Germany in general. It's not, I mean, the major scene everywhere is kind of like, it doesn't have so much fire. You know, it's the same in the Netherlands, so they tell me the same in Paris. So, but what I did find was very beautiful, and Mahi said also like that these new people came And they really, and I think my best example is Reese. Reese was there from day one, and she used this platform as a practice, because you can practice at Berlin Ballroom here, you can practice in the studio, but you also need to practice walking the ball, you know? Especially like my journey also, I need to practice until I get it. I'm not one of the girls that comes out on the first day and is fab. You know, I need time. I'm a Capricorn, you know? And, slowly but surely. And I really feel like, for me, like my biggest dream is like to make the German scene one of the fattest scenes in the world when it comes to ballroom. We really have the potential. And like, I really feel like people should use this opportunity to like, you practice. Like you think you're good already, I think you can get better. Everyone can get better, you know. And like this is a missed opportunity. But I see, for example, Reese. I see other people who really used the opportunity, and now she is killing it. Not because she was sleeping or she thought, oh, I'm not gonna go outside. No, she used the opportunity, you know. And I think this is also. I think that's also why I took a step back, because I was like, actually, I don't want to practice. I want to watch this function, you know, one of the reasons. But yeah, so that was a challenge, and hopefully, but I'm very proud of what they did. Like when I took a step back and like they expanded and found new areas to unlock. It's just become a very beautiful thing, and yeah. Well done.
I got 30 seconds if somebody else wants to share. 3. Yeah. Here's the seat. You can always take it.
I need to say that Sunday school changed a lot for the people who were already in ballroom or the people who were interested in ballroom, because we mostly go to Kiki's because major scene is very scary for us, and the Kiki scene is also very serious. So Sunday school was like an opportunity to train, to walk, and also for the people who were interested to enter ballroom. I know a lot of people who were like, yeah, I was interested in ballroom, but it scares me, it's a lot of going on, and Sunday school is much cuter, the vibe is more lovely, and it's much smaller, also like the venue, and it's so inviting for other people. Also, even if you're only a spectator, I talk a lot of my friends, and they say, you know, I like to explore queer culture, specifically ballroom, but like Kiki and Major, there's a lot going on. It's overwhelming, I'm neurodivergent, I cannot stand that. And then they say, oh, but Sunday school day videos, I can handle that, I love that, and it's also work nice. And also from my friends here from ballroom, we always, after the ball, after the night, we dance and we go eat together. So it's really building community also behind Sunday school. And I also, I think this year, I really fall in love in ballroom because of Sunday school and Berlin Ballroom here. So.
Thank you for sharing. Another proof how to beautifully use this empty seat. Yeah, thank you for sharing. I want to move on to the next topic. It is about reflecting on the last year, the last months, because again, you won the Tag der Clubkultur Award. I'm German. Award. For community and social cohesion.
We show it.
Should we show it? Yeah, let me open the well, with that, gives a bit more maybe idea or vision for a future, or does it give another kick? Does it give you, where are you at right now? What was this last year? What is, where is Sunday school now? Right now.
So, yes, this is definitely a new kick. Like Peach and I have been the ones like trying to look for funding and everything. Like a bit of background is just like together with like the peer work, the TGT, and also within the Gigas of Marciano, and also like within our apartment. I live with my trans mother, Amanita. She's Amanita Marciano. She is like, yes, woo, shout out to her. And she is a very special woman, a heroine of the world, not the drug, like, like a cool person, right? So like, and she has really inspired me so much, and she has taught me so much, and she has also linked me so much to like, to the activism world and connecting to TGU and like these conferences and to the Trans Femme Leadership Academy, and through that I also met so many trans superheroes across the world. Like it's literally like I went to these conferences and it's like you're going to like this convention of like the Avengers, but like there's like hundreds of them, and they're all transgender and they're all doing amazing things, and you hear about like what they're up against, like all these hate organizations that are going against them, their governments like chasing after them if they receive a cent on their bank accounts from like some sponsor or anything, like the police like they are after them. Like there's so many things that trans people are like up against. There's so much hate in the world, but there's also so many trans people right there on the front to fight, and especially sex workers, especially the sex workers. So like, and I've been having one long drink, and like it's been so long since I drank alcohol, so I'm a little bit lost my train of thought. Where are we?
Where are we? That's exactly the question.
Where are we?
Right now.
Okay. Yes. So there are just so many. We have like the Sunday school world. Honestly, like we were doing world building here, and we got as the pier has all these little sub projects. The Sunday school also has these little sub projects. We have, for example, the Lions War, which we have been doing, which is a commentation cipher that we've been doing at every function, because we want to highlight all of the arts and all of the talents within ballroom, and the music has been a very important part. So we're doing the thing with the pier, and we also are looking forward to like to getting like commentators booked like outside of like ballroom spaces, like at parties. Like together with like DJs and stuff, and have the Lions War performing like as if we're like cool like bands, like we're the Lions War, like it's a whole vibe, and it's really cute. Like I got booked once, but but then we were booked at the Lions War, but then I had to do it as my side because you have to go to fucking like Lisbon.
in a different place.
It's okay. But yeah. So like these are things that we're looking forward to, so that we can also expand the gaining opportunities for people, and like together with AS also, we're also just like looking at other ways to expand everything from regards to like the fundraising, but also the aesthetics of the place. Like we really want to build an identity, something that really feels like home, that has a nice vibe, a cool aesthetic. And honestly, the type of group they have like another category, and we love categories, right? We love categories. They have like a category for the aesthetics and stuff. I'm like, girl, also Sandy's over here. Let's get the next 10K. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought. Bro, I already said it.
No,
let's get the next. No shade. Let's get the next 10K. Like no shade. Let's win a category as we do. So yeah. I am looking forward to in the project for the next couple of functions, and so that we can just like feel, okay, what can this be like, you know? And we're still gonna be looking for funding to amplify. And like one thing that I want to say to like everyone here is that like as this conversation is inviting anyone to sit in this hot seat, with Sunday School, we are really like we're doing all this work like for you. Like we're doing this for you to like blast upwards into excellence and everything. Like we want your talent to be seen and shown and nurtured, and we want to be a platform for any of you who are getting started or not, or like who are doing fantastic. We are here to be a platform for you. We cannot always offer money, because it's just like there's no money, but we are here to like think together, you know? And so if you have ideas, if you want to do something, maybe we are blind to something, you know what I mean? Maybe there's an opportunity that could amplify the community, that you know could be helping people in some way that I am not even able to, that we're not even to think of, but you think of it and you want to do it. Like come to us, let's work together. You're an artist, let's work together. you want to be a resident artist at our functions, and like get it. We love that. So like talk to us. Let's do shit.
I want to sum that up because, wow, yeah, you're so good to jump into the next question already. Wow. So where you're at is we're actually building a lot more multidisciplinary, let me just call it empire for now. We have production, we have MCing, we have the live performances, we have the Go With The Light project that could turn into something much bigger than cakes on by the nation. We do have the challenge at the same time that we want to keep it community-based. So it's not going, it can be something bigger, but how do you keep the connection to the community? So when we're looking at the future, I want to invite again everybody to either share their first idea already, but you can also just DM, or share your wishes for Sunday school. You can also just wish for it to stay as it is, or to become more intimate or private or whatever you want. The seat is open, and I also give the microphone to you. What are your plans? What are your wishes for the next year, for a longer period? I leave that open. When you look at the project, where do you, specifically as part of the project now, where do you see yourself within Sunday school maybe in the next year or in the next 3? Because we're talking we're going strong quite another few years, right? Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Good. I just wanted to set that for now. This is not going nowhere for now. So yeah, again, the hot seat is open, and what are the plans? What are the wishes? What's the vision for
I
the
want to
future?
add a few things about what you said. That like, first of all, the last year specifically, I think our structure became much more stable. Like in the past year and a half, that all of you joined into the team, and then the first year that we were here in Akud, that is true that a lot of more spectators came in. But then in the second year, we've seen, because we are 2 years now with Akud, we've seen that it goes back to being more community-based, with less spectators coming, which is actually, like, of course we love the public space, but this is actually what we want. We want this to be this focused community space that community can come. And I think that specifically also regarding the award that we got now, it kind of like also help us for the beginning of next year to kind of like not depend on having to bring so many people and just creating this space so community can just come in, you know? So I think for me, one of the goals that we want to do and why we are also looking for funding other than, of course, trying to get paid for the work that we're doing, is also that we don't have to depend on anything and like on like ticketing or on this kind of stuff. So we can kind of like create a space that just the community can come, and we know that we're fine. We're fine, we're like, it's a few people, it's a lot of people, but we are fine, and we just continue to do this, and we can allow this platform to grow on all of these things that you were talking about.
I want to thank you so much, Peach. What I want to add is just like you know, as an organizer of an event like this that just has a different dynamic than organizing a ball with a sponsor or at a like, you know, like a big event at a club with international things. We're doing something that's consistent and for the community. So just like, I would like to say that we also need your help. You know what I mean? Like, you define what Sunday school is and what it's going to be. So we, like, I think just like what is necessary is to just build a culture of like loud support. You know, of like really vouching for the things that you know are happening. You know what I mean? So like, take also yourself and your role like seriously. I would say, you know, you're all a bunch of queers. You're all a bunch of queers, and like we said, like the events, it speaks for itself. You know, like the values and the feeling, it attracts us. It attracts people like us, and the people who that's not their vibe, they leave. Like the people who have more superficial kind of like attitudes. What's going on?
I think it's a light.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, I cannot. Okay. So.
Yeah, you just hit it and.
thing.
Okay,
Like, so yeah, we attract. So like we're attracting what we want, you know, and we want to reach people like us. So it's really important that you share the post. Like it's really important that you talk about Sunday school. It's really important that, you know, it's really nice when you post it and you say at least like 2 words, like let's go, like it's gonna be fab, or like whatever, like let's pull up. Like I always like to say bad bitches are pulling up to this event. You know what I mean? Just so like your followers, like you probably have followers that are that align with you. You know, you have friends, you have people, and it's like it's gonna reach them better like that. So and then since we are now having less of that like more mainstream crowd, that means also that their euros are not here. Like their money that we were counting on is like you know lowering. So it also helps sustain the event, and like that's important. And ballroom is an excuse that we use to be late, and I'm tired. It's tired because like we do this shit for like we pay for this. We pay for this. Like we pay for you being late. We pay for you being late. That's hours of rent. That is literally hours of rent that we are spending on the space. We are not like a commercial event. Like we are doing this voluntarily for you. Girl, like learn a fucking skill. Like learn a fucking like girl, get an app, get an alarm, get a timer, get a schedule. Like girl, like time management, I suck at it. Like I suck at it, but we are here to work together. A lot of y'all are neurodivergent, so am I, but we can do this. Because like literally we're raising money, for really important things. We're trying to pay people, we're trying to pay you. We're trying to get you money. We're trying to give you cash prizes and everything. So, and if you take up all our money on being late, girl, let's like this,
Okay, anyway. So, what I'm looking forward to this year, like, as I said, like, I'm not, like, as involved in Sunday School anymore. I'm just, like, the trophy founder, mother.
Trophy mother.
Looking pretty. No, but I also, like, I lead the Berlin Ballroom here, and, from Cats to Lions, it's like we're now in the studio. And what I really like about this event is always, like, it was always this platform to push new artists, to push new talents. Like Joanna, you know, she's commentating in the basement, and look at her, she's getting booklet in the center. You know, so I really believe in that potential that you come to the pier and you practice, and then you can showcase it here. Be it voguing, be it a new beat that you're gonna produce at the pier, be it your MC skills. Like, I really like that. You know, like I'm a Capricorn. Like, you know, I say it so many times. One more time. Like I like consistency. I like practice. I like excellence. And I really believe that like people should really. You come to the pier, you practice, and then you come over here, and then you showcase, and then you go back and forth. So it's like a life cycle. And like there's some people here who came here first, and then I came to the pier. So, and the next thing is I really want to do this theme song, like the EP. Like, can we get it done? You know, yeah, I have so many song ideas. So I want an EP with Sunday School, Berlin Ballroom Pier Sunday School. Like, come on now.
Okay, very quickly. In the future, everything that's been said already, yes. I would love to make like the community, including the older and the generations and the leaders, I want them to fall back in love with Sunday School, and I think that also will, when we do more with it, like with performers and getting more people involved, I think that's also going to help the community come again. Because like you said, we don't have any backing, this is our function, but like the EU could fund a quick little Vogue night and everyone will go, and yet we have ours here every month, and it's like, it's just sometimes a little bit disappointing when the community doesn't come. So for sure, now that like this year I've sorted my shit out, I have more capacity, I definitely want to, because that's kind of my forte, I want to help with the performance, like you know, getting people involved and making this, you know, the world of Sunday School is expanding, and having other projects also involve Sunday School, like film, dance, everything. Yes, and also keep making the GPs, but hopefully with a bit more budget.
One little teaser, like 2 little teasers. Like, yeah, just like a little teaser, just like a little like, whether, sexy people. Sexy people,
Listen.
I
am
have,
listening.
I have a vision in mind. I have a project, another one in mind, and I want this to happen. So sexy people who are also willing, like who are like inspired and like who are touched by the things that we're doing and want to expand on this, let's work together. But I'm not gonna spoil it for the public. Okay, I can just know the name. Saturday Sins.
Saturday. The name is Sarah. That was a quick one. I do want to ask the other 3 to give me a little. What is your dream? What is your wish? What's your plan? It can be in the next month. It can be pretty concrete. But guapo. It's just so you have. Give me a little something, and then whoever wants to.
For the future, I want to have a bigger space. A bigger space for more people to come. Maybe it's more inviting too if we have, it's not that cramped right now, but it can be. And I have like trauma from when we were in the basement where it was really crappy. But love to a cool. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
A bigger space for sure. Yes. The outdoor?
I mean, also for the future, I think it would be very interesting to expand the structure that we already have, because it's a very rewarding feeling, I feel, like to see new faces within the community, new people joining ballroom, being interested in the culture, wanting to join the community, seeing new faces on the floor. And I think that doing that through creating bridges would be a very interesting thing to see. Other BIPOC communities, other queer communities coming into the space, supporting local art. Because we don't have, as you said before, enough platforms in this world or in the city that showcase our talents. And I think there's so much talent in the room and outside of the room, like your friends and friends of friends. And I think I would love our project to expand these limits and just get bigger and see new faces.
Okay.
For me, for the future, I would like to keep my visions tame and grounded. And I think what I would mostly appreciate, I mean, like, there's people who are the girls in their category, and they do show up, but they're very few, and they know who they are. I would like to see this a little bit more widespread. I would like to see the people who are in the scene, who live in Berlin, and are the people who are the masters in their category, to actually show the people how it's done a little bit more consistently, and not so sporadically, not once in a while at a random ball. So I would like to see a little bit more consistency from the pillars of the community and the people who are.
It doesn't help. It doesn't have to see. Like the kids need to see how it's done.
It's
in order to learn, in order to get inspired. You know. So it's very important that the elders show up and like show what they can do.
You are not too cool for Sunday school. Like don't underestimate the new talent. Like it's also like they will challenge you.
We will battle.
You know, like they will battle you and you will gag. You know?
I felt like I was called out 5 times during this talk. I hear it and I take it. It's fine. I love your project. I told some of y'all several times. I'm so happy the space exists. I'm so happy we were able to go back to more community oriented. We were a lot less people before the pandemic. So this pandemic, everything that came through it, everything that was born out of it, I'm just so happy and it's just so beautiful. I want to close the discussion, the fishbowl discussion, the fishbowl reflection. Does someone wish for a last word, or are we good looking into the future?
It's nothing to do with this, but I have a workshop starting on Wednesday for every week. And just like Sunday school, it's also independently organized, not attached to any companies or corporations. All the money comes to me. I have surgery debt, and I would love to teach you all how to Vogue. So yes, my Instagram is Reese Williams X RHYSY. It starts on Wednesday, 8 to 10 p.m. every week. Thank you.
Where?
Oh, it's in Neukölln. It's just a dance studio, Tanzraum. But if you look at my Instagram, the address is there, but it's in Neukölln. So very girly, sorry. And what? And I'm linked to Sunday school, so look on Sunday school, yes. Also, I'm going to perform at Sunday school at some point, so get ready.
I want to thank y'all. Everybody also on the outside of the Fishbowl to join the discussion. I hope you got some insights on the work here, on how long they've been working on it, what the values are. Again, the DMs are open for your input to expand this universe that is Sunday school already growing in the last week. And because you said it before, I want to not just have an applause for y'all here in the circle and the amazing work that you do, but also again for all these beautiful and talented people that are around here, that are joining, that are here at Sunday school, showing up, making this community thrive in their life. And I can't wait to see some of y'all also have your special performance at one point, like Ara had today.
Yes,
She is. Thank you so much for having me. And you let us know when the award, what is next, when, how's the break, what's going on, I don't know.
So, yes, just before we are going to peak, I wanted to say again, thank you so much, legendary Ambrosia, for actually, like, we said it in a brief earlier, but you actually have been so consistent also in supporting us and helping us, and you were the first one to kind of like say, oh, I can help you, I will guide you through many things that we needed to do, and we really, really appreciate that. And also this whole award, we wouldn't even got it if you were not here, so thank you so much.
So welcome. Thank you so much.
And yes, we're gonna have a 10 minutes break, and then we are going to the award ceremony and mini ball with cash prizes.